What is going on, YouTube? So coming back today with my Houston Rockets basketball preview for 2016-2017. So finally back at it with my basketball previews today, and recap the format I'm going to be doing because I haven't recapped the format in a little while. But anyway, 2 X factors. Then for this one I got 2 key players, and then best case, worst case scenario, and then my overall record prediction for the Rockets. So let's jump right into it. First X factor is utilize outside shooting. This is a team that has taken a lot of threes over the last couple of years. I mean, James Harden's a big reason just because he's so ball dominant and likes to shoot outside. But I mean, you also got Trevor Ariza, who's a very good outside shooter, and you add in Ryan Anderson, who is also a good outside shooter, playing at the stretch 4. Not to mention who you got backing all of them up. A newfound Eric Gordon. He's not, I'll be honest, Let me see what percentage he takes from downtown. Anyway, I'll get back to that later. But next X factor is adjust to the new players in the paint. So this is a team last year that started some combination. Terrence Jones sometimes at the 4, and then obviously Dwight Howard at the 5. And now you got both players gone, and now it is Clint Capela and Ryan Anderson. So not only is it a new player look for the front court, it's a completely new adjustment. Clint Capela, a guy that can play in the paint, but I wouldn't say as strong on the boards as Dwight Howard. And then Ryan Anderson, just a completely different player than the Rockets had last year from any of their players at the 4. I mean, like I said, stretch 4. He's a good outside shooter. He's a good scorer as a whole. I do think they overpaid for him a little bit, though. Let me see here. All right, so Eric Gordon, yeah, he shoots threes quite often. So, key players. First one, obvious, James Harden. A guy who's been an MVP candidate over the last couple of years has blossomed into one of the better players in the NBA. I personally hold him in a high regard on the offensive end of the floor. Obviously, defense, he doesn't put up much of an effort. But, I mean, this is, he's the guy now. I mean, there's no splitting with Dwight Howard, even though that wasn't really a thing anymore. But it's his team now. There's no question. He needs to go, and I really think start giving better effort on both ends of the floor. Next key player is Clint Capela. I mean, this is the guy, if anyone, that needs to have a breakout season for the Rockets. I mean, they signed a whole host of guys in the front court this year, but Clint Capela is the one that's been there before. He'll have an opportunity to learn under Nene. A guy who's been in the league for a while, a guy who's also a very physical presence down low. But I do believe that Clint Capela will be the guy starting. I mean, this is a guy last year that did start quite a few games, started 35 games last year, and averaged around 7 points per game, 6 rebounds, and about 1.2 blocks per game. So, and that's 19.1 minutes per game. Like I said, he's a good player on both ends of the floor, and he's a breakout. And for me, he's a candidate to be a breakout player for this year. So, record last season, like I said, 41-41. Obviously they're looking to improve that this year, maybe get a little bit more of a secure playoff spot. But my worst case scenario for them is bottom 5 in the West. Overall, I don't think they improved that much over the offseason. And I think there's a lot of up-and-coming teams in the West right now that are looking to take over the Rockets' spot as the 8th seed in the West. My best-case scenario is they make playoffs and lose in the second round as a 5 seed. James Harden carries them, is one of the top 5 best players in the NBA, and has himself another MVP-type season, even though he hasn't won one yet. And then record prediction for me is 39-43. Like I said, I just don't think the Rockets improved enough to keep up with the rest of the West after this offseason. I mean, just with how good the rest of the conference is. And then you got the up-and-coming teams like the Jazz, like the Timberwolves, that, like I said, are just ready to take over those spots in the playoffs. I mean, they edged out the Jazz by 1 game last year. So, like I said, it was a very close race. Right below that, it was the Kings that was another 7 games behind. But, like I said, there's teams ready to take that spot. So that'll pretty much do it for... what am I saying? The Timberwolves. Timberwolves are in the East. No, wait. I'm getting really confused now. They're not in the East. Sorry. Rough finish to the video. But anyway, yes. We'll be coming back with one more preview today. Let me see who that will be. Oh, I have to dig back quite a ways. The New Orleans Pelicans. So finishing off with the team that actually the Rockets made quite a few exchanges with this offseason free agency. But anyway, that's pretty much it. So yeah.